Hello everyone. In the previous episode, we introduced InsightFlow. We mentioned that GoInsight.ai offers users a rich set of tools and apps. In this episode, we will focus on the practical tools and apps that GoInsight.ai provides for users. Through them, we enable you to connect seamlessly with your commonly used systems, better integrating AI capabilities into your daily life and work. Additionally, to ensure the secure usage of these apps, we will demonstrate how the credentials function plays a vital role here. During workflow creation, users often encounter needs for data processing, encryption, and transformation. Therefore, GoInsight.ai has packaged these common requirements into tools for your direct use. For instance, data shaping, which allows you to reorder input JSON data, delete fields, and perform other operations. For example, search and crawl, which allows you to perform web crawling, Google searches, and more. Apps, on the other hand, connect with the applications you use daily. GoInsight.ai has pre-integrated many common apps for you. You can quickly interface with your systems using the features within these apps. For example, you can use Gmail to quickly send, forward, or delete emails. You can also use the Google Sheets tool to create spreadsheets, add content, and so on. Furthermore, GoInsight.ai is continuously increasing the number of connected apps. Besides the provided tools and apps, we also support custom tools created by you. You can create your custom tools right here. However, in this video, we will mainly focus on the tools and apps currently provided by GoInsight.ai. We will detail how to create custom tools in a future video. Back to the tools and apps provided by GoInsight.ai, let's click the Add Node button. In the catalog, we can see many tools and apps. Let's select the tool we need. Click to add it to our workflow canvas. After adding a tool or app, you can click the node to configure its input and output items. The same applies to apps and tools. Once added to the canvas, you can also configure the input and output items. Next, let's demonstrate a few examples of using common tools and apps. We know that an agent has the capability to use apps and tools. It will autonomously plan the use of tools and apps based on the user's task requirements. Of course, the prerequisite is that we must first grant it access to the tools or apps. Here, I am adding a Google Calendar app for the agent. Once the app is added, you can click the Settings button on the right. Here you can view the input variables and output variables for the tool. Under Request, we can customize whether relevant parameters are filled manually by us or by the AI. Under Response, we can also customize which variables to transmit to our AI. Of course, for most apps, we require an important feature for identity verification and authentication. That is our credentials function. Here, we select a credential we have already created. Click to select. Here, we manually pass in a parameter based on our needs. Then click Save. Now you have successfully configured an app for the agent. On the agent node side, let's refine its instruction. This represents your command to the agent, as well as our input, which is our query. With that, our agent node is essentially configured. Next, let's test the workflow's status via the debug and preview interface. For example, I'll ask it to schedule a meeting with Danny in New York for tomorrow. You can see the agent calling the relevant tools, and it has created a schedule for me. Now let's go over to Google Calendar. You can see it indeed successfully created a schedule for me. This is just a very simple demonstration. By enabling the agent to use the Google Calendar app I added, we achieved the desired result. Of course, there are more complex scenarios to explore in our daily work. Tools and apps are not limited to use within an agent. We can also use tools and apps directly as nodes within a workflow. Let's look at this case. In this workflow, I am using a Google Sheets app to read a form recording our internal company equipment. I can query via relevant questions and have it pass the returned results to our LLM node for summarization, finally generating a response. Let's check the execution of this workflow. You can see it read the relevant information from the form and return the results to me. Let's ask another question. And you can see it still provides a solid response. Through this case, we can intuitively see how tools and apps are used in a workflow. It can conveniently connect various internal and external systems, helping you quickly transfer data into the workflow. Of course, in actual business scenarios, not all workflows involve human intervention. Therefore, for scenarios requiring scheduled jobs, we need to use our service flow. We will use the same case, but change the workflow type to service flow. In this workflow, we still use the Google Sheets app to read our internal equipment form. Then, we pass the relevant data to the LLM node to generate an equipment inventory report. Afterward, we send it to a specified email address via our SendMail app. This way, my colleagues can receive our statistical reports regularly based on this process. In this workflow, we also set up a trigger for periodic execution, ensuring my colleagues can get these reports on schedule. GoInsight.ai has already built or integrated a massive library of tools and apps for you, making your workflow processes incredibly simple and efficient. Of course, when using these tools or apps, credentials are crucial. You can think of it as a key. Only with this key can you securely open the app you need to connect. Since credential types vary between apps, the authorization methods may differ. We can click New Credential to create the required credentials. When creating a credential, you can also manage its permissions, controlling whether team members can use the credential you created. You can also set the credential to be used only by yourself. Naturally, different apps support different credential methods. For example, in the Google Sheets app, there are two authorization methods to choose from. The first is Google Service Account. When you select this credential type, you need to manually retrieve relevant parameters from the Google Sheets backend. Or you can choose the more convenient Google Sheets OAuth 2 API method for authorization. It will guide you to redirect to the relevant page for authorization. We also have a dedicated credentials module to display and manage these credentials. Rest assured, the credential information added here is encrypted and not directly displayed, so it will not be leaked. Besides the default credential types we provide, you can also create custom credential types. We offer various custom credential types that you can create based on your needs. We will also demonstrate this part in upcoming videos. Okay, that covers the general introduction to tools, apps, and credentials. Thanks for watching. See you next time.